Hey there guys, let's get started and make these cute little mittens, which I think would be a really fun bookmark. I'm just gonna see, I've not tried this yet, but I think if you are reading, you could make this a bookmark. Ah, I love it, it's so cute. Anyway, we're gonna make these mittens and they're gonna be awesome. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and get our pipe cleaners, lay out our cute little template, and take our rubber bands off. So we're gonna walk through exactly how to make this. We're gonna walk through the pipe cleaners that you do have in case you ever wanna try it again, and just some general techniques with working with pipe cleaners because I think you're gonna really enjoy doing this. All right, so you should have 3 little orange halves. You should have 2 full oranges and then 2 full whites. And we are gonna start with one of our little orange halves. And so we're just gonna bend it around like this and leave about this much overlap. And then we're going to bend that down and twist it around like this. And then we've got the other one, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just making a circle. You're literally just making a circle. Ta-da! It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It is what it is. Let's do it again. So grab another half, overlap by about that much, and twist down and around. And as you're twisting, gentle pressure, these will move. You don't need to squeeze, you don't need to pull. You'll lose your shape a lot if you do that. Okay, so now we have 2 little circles. This part is going to be fairly non-specific, okay? So we're just gonna kind of bend it into a mitteny shape, and it might not fit exactly on your template, but just kind of get this little, I don't know, almost like a gumdrop. So once you have that, we've got to make a thumb. So we're gonna come up and bend it down, and we're just gonna pinch like this, and then you're gonna continue to shape. Like I said, it might not match exactly on your template. It's kind of a guide. Your mittens might be a little bit larger on your template, but I want you to be able to see what they look like. So this is really just about playing with the shape until you like it. But the good news is once you like one of them, you're just gonna use that for the second one. So my guy's getting a little odd. There we go. Yeah, that's cute. That works. Okay, so we have one, and now we're gonna make another one. So we're gonna do the same thing, kind of make it a little bit of a gumdrop, kind of flatten the bottom, round the top, and then we're going to pinch down to make a thumb for our mitten. I never really liked mittens. I thought they were difficult to play in the snow with, and I said that to my daughter one day, and she goes, but they keep your hands warmer. I was like, oh my goodness, how have I never realized this? You are so smart, child. So if you want, you can put them together, match them up, try to make them as similar as possible, or you can be like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. You know, my grandma knitted these, and she messed up a little bit, but I love them because they're cute and they're from her. Okay, now we have 2 little mitten shapes, okay? And now we are going to fill in our little mitten shapes. So we're gonna grab a full orange, and we're gonna start right where that top of the thumb is, and we are gonna secure it by going around. You can kind of see there's a little overlap, and we're just gonna twist lightly around that edge so that it's secure. We're going to continue to wrap. So we're just gonna pull it across, and we're gonna keep it right above that mitten line because the bottom part's gonna be filled in with white, like you see over here, okay? So we're gonna go across, and we're just gonna bend. We're gonna block with our thumb here. We're gonna kind of block right there, and we're gonna make sure that we're not like pinching our shape. So we're gonna bend, turn the piece, go back across, bend, turn the piece, and we're gonna pinch lightly right here, bend, and just keep going, not pulling tightly, not squeezing, not making it a squishy mitten that loses its shape because you worked hard to get that shape. And you're gonna just go around and around till you get to the top. And once you get to the top, you're gonna push through and in between that top brace, and then you're just gonna wrap, and you're gonna sew it across the top, and it's gonna be a cute little clean edge. So you're just gonna go through like this, push it up and around, and pull it tight, and keep going until you finish this pipe cleaner, and that will be the top part of this mitten. And push through. And like I said, you're just doing really gentle pressure here and kind of twisting around. Then once you get to the end, you just kind of push it in and hide that end. And then your mitten should kind of look like this. And we're gonna fill the bottom in a little bit, but let's fill in our other one first. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go right at this bend right here, right there across, and we're gonna overlap by a little bit, and we're gonna lightly twist around so that we have that connection of our pipe cleaner. Awesome. And now we're gonna make sure it's, oh, see, you lose your shape, it's not a big deal. They're pipe cleaners, they all twist and bend and move around. Okay, great. However, I don't think I fixed that, so it's okay. We're having fun. And now we're just gonna fill it like we did the other one. So we're gonna go across, we're gonna turn, and we're gonna pinch, around, bend, pinch, turn, we're gonna bend it and pinch it. We're gonna go all the way up, all the way. And fill this one in just like we did the other, making sure we're not squeezing this together, keeping a nice shape. That's why we kind of block our finger as we turn and pinch. And keep going all the way up. And then when you get to the top, we are gonna sew it around like we did the other one. All the way across, because this does two things. It leaves a nice clean edge, but it also secures in all that hard work of wrapping to fill in your piece that you just did. So go all across, and then you can just hide the end. And there we go. Now we have two mittens like this. Now we need to do the white part on the bottom, and you say, oh my goodness, that's so much white. It is, but we need to cover the bottom too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go under our thumb this time and secure onto the edge, just like before. We're gonna make sure that we don't have any gap in between, and we're just gonna wrap to fill like we did with the orange, but we're doing it with white. And we're gonna turn and pinch. And then once you get to the bottom, you have to cover up this orange. So you're gonna just sew across like you did on the top to leave that clean edge. This time you're gonna wanna make sure that you are sewing to cover up your orange and make a cute little edge at the bottom and a nice little fluffy mitten bottom, which is fun and super cute. So just sew across, and we can kind of move our white around, so don't get too frustrated if you keep seeing little orange gaps. Just kind of push. You should have plenty to cover, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna go all the way, and you're just gonna keep going. So if you notice, like you get to the end and you're like, I have a piece that I need to go back and cover, that's fine. You should have plenty of white to do that. So keep going, cover it up. You can keep going up if you want. I can have a little piece right here that I want to cover up. And you just kind of keep pushing through. It gets a little tough at the end, but you can just keep bending it, pushing it, and go around. And then once you get to the end of it, you're just going to kind of hide it in there so it doesn't come undone. And there's one of our little mittens. And it's awfully cute. One. Let's do the other one. All right, you're gonna go right underneath that thumb to hook on again. And bend over and twist around till it's nice and secure. Don't wanna leave a gap here, so you might have to, I'm gonna have to move my little white connection up, which is fine. And then we just go around like we did before. And wrap, wrap, wrap. And then once you get to the bottom, we do the same thing and sew around to cover up all that orange. Nice. Like I said, doesn't have to be a lot. So you'll notice that I'll kind of block it with my finger and kind of pull through like this and stop. And then once I get to the end, I kind of push to twist it back around the other way so that I'm not like overly squeezing it, because I don't want to lose my shape, which is going to be kind of hard to do with a piece this small. But as you work with pipe cleaners, you're going to notice that the gentler your pressure is, no matter what you're doing, the more control you're going to have on the pipe cleaner, even though it kind of seems counterintuitive as you go. You're like, I need it to be so tight. Yeah, you do need to be tight with your fills and nice and clean, but you accomplish that by gentle pressure and pulling and pushing instead of more of a yank and twist kind of motion. Okay, now we have our 2 cute little mittens like this, and the only thing we have left is this little connection piece. So we're just gonna find a spot on the inside. I'm doing them, you can see both on thumb sides here, and I'm just gonna push through. And it should take a second depending on how tightly you made those connections. And when you do that, we're just gonna come around and you're just gonna twist it together so that it's nice and secure, like that. And then I'm gonna go in through the thumb side again until I push through my white fill. And like I said, it could be a little bit difficult because it's nice and tight, which is great, so that your white's not gonna come undone. And twist to secure. And now you can kind of move your little cabley around and you have some super cute mittens. Ta-da! And they can be really cute bookmark, like I showed you. They can go on a backpack. They can do whatever. They're a really cute gift as well to give as a bookmark or anything you want. They can hang on the refrigerator with some magnets, and they can be a double magnet. But whatever you want to do with them is awesome. Show them off on Instagram at Ascend Art Co. Let us know how it went. And have fun with this brand new craft if it's new. If not, continue creating. And as always, happy twisting.